You know, 2 days out, how do you feel at this point? Do you get nerves anymore? Do you get excited? What's the emotion like right now?
Yeah, I do, man. You know, fight's a fight. I always get, you know, nervous, anxious. You know, it's my 41 fight, but I'm still same thing. But you know, feeling great, good spirit, good mood. You know, can't wait for Saturday night.
You mentioned how good Texas has been to you over your career. I mean, do you get good vibes when you're here because of things that you accomplished? I mean, does it matter to you?
Yeah, it does, man. Of course, yeah. Yesterday at the open workout, you know, my first UFC win was here in Dallas, and I won my title here, and now fighting here for the third time. So I'm sure something good will come out of that.
No doubt. Talk about your win over Kevin Lee. How big was that for you? I mean, you know, you'd had a couple losses. I mean, did that matter, you know, to you to kind of prove something to yourself?
Yeah, I was under pressure, you know, coming off 2 losses. You know, even those losses were for, you know, was for the toughest guy in the division. You know, current champion and interim champion, and 5 rounds decision, and going after Kevin Lee, another wrestler, and a lot of people, he's getting the 3rd wrestler in a row, blah blah blah. But man, I'm confident on my game. I know if I'm on the right day, feeling great, I can beat anybody on the octagon. I've been there with the toughest man in the world, and you know, with Kevin Lee, was young guy coming up division. He was big, he was strong. I knew he would start strong, and so he had nothing to prove. You know, he just jumped on that new division against the top 3 guy. And so he has nothing to prove, and the pressure, I think, was all on me. But I'm glad I pulled off a great submission.
You feel like people haven't been giving you the respect you deserve? Like you said, yes, 2 losses, but to the champ, to the interim champ. I mean, do you feel like people maybe forgot about how good you are?
Yeah, people, you know, like I don't care much, you know, because people get a short memory, you know, when comes, people remember you more of your last performance, as always. Unfortunately, in MMA, people remember, you can come off 3-5 losses in a row. If you won a good one, he's back. But you know, I know how it is. I've been in that position before, and I'm just, you know, thinking one step at a time. You know, I think I might not get everybody's approval. And I know it's hard to get everybody to praise you, but you know, I'm just gonna keep doing my work, doing what I love, and being, you know, health and taking care of my body, be able to support my family. That's what I'm looking for.
Nice. And last thing for me, as far as Leon, what do you see in him? I mean, does he compare to somebody that you fought before? Does he do something better that you haven't seen before? I mean, overall, what's your impression of him?
He's a tough guy, you know. 7 win streak is not easy, and you know, I'm taking him really seriously. You know, he's an athletic guy, younger than me, and I know he's trying to get a crack on that belt, you know, a crack on that title shot. But I'm doing so, you know. I'm on a mission. I know I have what it takes to beat him, and it'll be a good fight, man. You know, I fight well against southpaw tall guys. I have a history, and we'll see. And I'm glad he think I'm done, and I'm not gonna be even close to give him a good match. But different than him, I know his stuff, and I prepare really well.
Do you think he's looking past you? Because he did tell us that, you know, after he beats you, he plans to fight for the title.
Yeah, we'll see. You know. I think he's overlooking me a little bit, but as always, all my past opponents, they do that, but once they get there with me, it's a different story. You know, it's a 5 rounds fight. I know what I'm capable of, and I know who fights for me, and man, I'm all in on this. You know, if I'm looking for the finish, I'm going, you know, throwing my heavy bombs, going aggressive. If I can finish before, it will be great, but if not, I'm ready to go with distance too.
So you want to stand and bang for sure?
Oh yeah, man. You know, all day. I never, you know, shy away. As always, you know, I know he's a guy that likes to stand too, and you know, I'm gonna use my experience. You know, put on everything together like I did with Kevin Lee. You know I have a bigger arsenal than him. You know, I got my takedowns, I got my punches, my kicks, my ground game, and you know my game on the bottle too. and we'll see. It'll be a good fight.
So there's quite a logjam at the top of the division right now. What do you think a win over Edwards does for you at this point?
Yeah, that's why, you know, the division is kind of crazy right now. So many going on, and champions hurt right now. And I thought Colby would fight Usman. Now Colby's facing Lawler, and Masvidal beat Askren. And so I just gotta keep active, you know. I know a victory is always good to put you, you know, to bring your confidence back. And like, you know, the fight with Kevin Lee was a very, very risky fight, and I won. I finished him. And this one, Leon's is a coming up guy. He's ranking number 10 or 11, I think. But of course, man, our victories always count good. You know, it's good for you, good for your record. But I think it's a good step forward. You know, it's good for me to be active as well.
Do you think style points matter any? Because one of the things he said recently was if he finished you, that should put him closer to a title shot than if he just got a normal win. So do style points matter to you and how you get it done?
Yeah, you know, like I always say, you know, I don't step on the octagon to do extra hour. You know, I always trying to go there and I get out as soon as possible. You know, if I get the finish, great. If not, you know, if it goes distance, I'm okay with that too. As long as I get the win, I'm happy with.
You said you were looking to fight maybe 1 or 2 more times back in May. Now that this is here, do you think you'll fight again this year after this fight, or?
Yeah, I hope so, man. You know, just as long as I'm healthy, you know, in the good, you know, motivated. You know, when I got this call, I was 800 miles away from home. I was in Utah camping with my son. And when Dana, you know, called me, I said, hey, Dana, let me digest this. You know, I was on the campsite, you know, in the middle of nowhere. And I said, okay. I told my boy, let's drive back home. And then we drove 800 miles, and I started my fight camp.
I mean, how long were you supposed to be there? How many days did you cut it short? Did you like leave right then?
No, I was there for 5 days already, and I still have 2 more nights. And so we had 1 more night, and we left. I think I got the call Friday, and I slept there Friday, Saturday, and drove back Sunday. Yeah.
What does your son say? Is he like, yeah, let's go? Or
Yeah,
is he
let's
like, come
go.
on?
He said, let's go, because we had a good time. We already were there like for 5 days already. And I explained to him, like, I don't put work in the front of my family. You know, my family comes first. And I told him, so Dad's gonna fight now on July 20. I'm gonna be busy now on fight camp. And after that, before I go back to school, we're gonna be able to do another nice fun trip. So he's get back to, I think, to school in August, I think, or September. And so we're still gonna have time to have 1 more good break.
What's the trip? Do you have it planned yet?
Maybe we go Brazil. I don't know. Like my last time there was March last year, but my family hasn't been there. I think it'll be 2 years, and I miss Brazil too. You know, having a good time by the beach. You know, eat some Brazilian food.
Just one more from me. So we talked about those back-to-back losses. Wrestling was the X factor, and you're actually a good wrestler, you know. And then so you figured it out, and then you went in there with one of the best wrestlers in MMA, in Kevin Lee, got him out of there, finished him. That's got to be a tremendous amount of confidence, knowing, because that's not a skill set that Leon Edwards, nothing against it, but that's not a skill set he necessarily has. To give you more confidence, knowing that you have more ways to beat him than he could beat you.
Yeah, you know, I've been training hard wrestling for the past 18 months to 2 years of my life, because I've been fighting a lot of wrestlers back to back, Colby, Usman, Kevin Lee. So my wrestling is there already. I think with Colby and Usman, I don't know, man. It's a fight, you know. I wasn't on my day. When you're not on your night, you know, things didn't work out, you know. Yeah, I know, like my wrestling. I know I have more weapons than Leon to win this fight. I know that I'm a better fighter. I got more experience. You know, I had a lot of ups and downs on UFC, and now I'm on my, you know, I'm on the top. You know, I'm climbing to the top again. I've been on the top before, And I hope, I always praise God that, you know, that He gave me another opportunity to be champion again, so I could make better decisions. I wasn't too wise when I had the belt, the lightweight, but I'm asking Him for, you know, so I can have another chance, so I could make better choices.
What were the mistakes you made?
Some, you know, personal things, you know, in my life. Nothing to do with the training, nothing to do with that. It's just personal things.
Last one for me. You recently did a sit down where you listed off your 4 favorite UFC fights. You mentioned Nate Diaz as one of those fights. He's facing Anthony Pettis come August 17th. Obviously, with the top of the division kind of in that logjam we talked about, do you have any interest in fighting Nate Diaz again at that weight?
Yeah, I think he don't have any interest to fight me. I have, you know, like I even before my last fight, I heard Sean was working on Nick Diaz, but didn't work out as well. And I accepted right away, but I don't know on his end, nothing happened. But you know, of course, Pettis was the guy that even after he beat Steve Thompson, he mentioned my name. And we have a history, right? And I think that could be a good one too. And actually, after passing Kevin Lee, I was planning to maybe fight Kevin, you know, fight Pettis, but he got matched up with Nate Diaz. But you know, who knows? Maybe one of these fights could happen in the future. I can face the winner.
Cool. All good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. Thank you.